YouTube channel, Dorothy's Private Kitchen. My name is Dorothy Ferreria of Dorothy's Cooking School. Today, episode 8, we will be doing a very fluffy and nice chocolate chiffon cake using Baker's Made cocoa. Let me show you the ingredients needed to make the chiffon cake. Before you start mixing, make sure your oven is already at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Also, you need 2 8-inch round baking pans lined with baking parchment. Once you've done these 2 important procedures, we can now do the mixing of the cake. Madali lang to, basta you follow step by step. In this bowl, we will add cake flour, sugar, we have some salt, baking powder, or you can use baking soda. If you're using baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons. If you're using baking soda, 3/4 teaspoon. And then we have coffee powder. If it's not instant coffee powder, you will have to dissolve the coffee first in water. Ayaw nyo naman yung cake na may butlig-butlig. You want it a very smooth chiffon cake. Therefore, you will have to dissolve in water if you are using granules. And then, we have vanilla extract, corn oil, water, egg yolks, and to make this very chocolatey, we are using Baker's Made cocoa powder, the reddish brown cocoa that will make our cake very aromatic and very chocolatey in flavor. It is already like using imported cocoa powder. So, use a wire whisk and let's mix. Pag gumagawa kayo ng chiffon cake, all you have to do first is mix the egg yolk mixture by hand. Don't use a machine kasi na-overbeat or na-develop what you call the gluten. It still is best to do this by hand. And when you buy your whisk, choose one with a lot of wires. Kasi pag konti ang wire, it's not as effective. There. Now, it is fully blended. We will set this aside and work on our egg white mixture. For the next part of the chiffon cake, you have egg whites. Then, we will add cream of tartar. Let's beat until frothy, which means beat until it resembles water with soap. You cannot add the sugar too early. Pag masyadong maagang lagay ng asukal, nagtutubig ang asukal, tapos magkakaroon ka ng sapatos sa ilalim ng cake mo. So it is best you add your sugar midway, gradually. all of the sugar, increase the speed. Let's now check our egg whites. Ganito ang pag-check ng egg whites. Number 1, lift the beater. You should feel some resistance. Mabigat. Parang may humihila pababa. Lift and invert. There you have the perfect peak. So this is what you call stiff beat stitch. Now for those who are new here in my channel, I have a different way of folding the beaten egg whites into the egg yolk mixture. Number 1, nasa ilalim yung heavier mixture. In this case, it's the egg yolks. Nasa ibabaw ang egg white. This is the lighter mixture. Now, once you have transferred all of the egg whites, we start folding. We are not using the traditional cut and fold method. This is my method. Imagine a clock. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Hold the wire whisk this way. Scrape. Turn. 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 12 to 6. 12 to 6. 12 to 6. Mas madali ito than the traditional cut and fold. This is friendlier to our hands. Friendlier to our shoulders. Okay, now, it's starting to look like ice cream. So we shift to a rubber scraper. We will have to position the scraper this way and push the cake batter from 6 o'clock to 12 position. Scrape, 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 scrape. Para kung may naiwan sa ilalim, no choice siya. Aakyat siya. We're done. So we'll just get the cake batter and the sides of the baking pan. Just to review, this is the traditional cut and fold. Cut, fold, cut, fold. My way is easier. I am advising you, viewers, to try it. So now, we will divide the cake batter into our baking pans. Wow, grabe ang amoy. Ang sarap ng amoy. If you're doing a chocolate cake, make sure you use good cocoa. For this recipe, we are using something that is out in the market already. It is called Baker's Made cocoa powder, the reddish brown cocoa. Sana nandito kayo so you can smell it. Grabe ang bango. Okay, so this is our cake batter. Tap to remove air bubbles. Wag naman sobrang tap ha, magkakasapatos din yon. 3 lang. And then this is now ready for baking in the oven. 350 degrees, 15 to 20 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Now that we have the cake straight from the oven, allow this to cool for at least 30 minutes. Now, we can make our icing. Here's a new product, Baker's Made Instant Whipping Cream Powder, which we will be using to decorate our cake. Our cake today will be called white out cake. The cake inside is chocolate, but the icing outside is all white. So, let me show you the ingredients needed to make this wonderful icing. Here we have Baker's Make instant whipping cream powder, and we will add water. So let us now transfer this into our electric mixer. The water that we will add must be cold. So let's beat this more or less 3 to 4 minutes, or until we get that whipping cream consistency. Start at low speed and gradually increase to the highest speed. Okay, let's check the consistency. There, you have instant whipping cream using Baker's Make instant whipping cream. So now we will use this to decorate our cake. Get a little of the prepared icing. This will serve as a glue. And then, this is our cake. Insert your spatula or your metal spatula. Go all around. Wow, look at this. Ang ganda. It's so fluffy. Put it here. It is advisable that you remove the skin. Otherwise, the icing will not look very white. You will pick up the cake crumbs. So, kailangan tanggalin. That is reserved for me. That will be my treat after decorating this cake. Okay, so now, let's add some whipped cream, spread. This is our filling. Hello to our viewers who are based in Davao, especially to Tiny Kitchen. I used to give a lot of classes in Davao. This was like early 2000. So we have a following there, and I'm happy that they have been watching our YouTube episodes. Okay, so now we'll proceed with the next layer. So again, insert. And let's position it this way. Always make sure that you have a wet towel beside you so that your hands are always clean. Okay, so we will use the remaining icing to cover the top and the sides of the cake. So as you can see, we are covering it completely with the prepared whipping cream using Baker's Make instant whipping cream. So I will show you once we have covered this completely. Take a look. The cake is now fully covered with our prepared whipping cream Now, we will transform this into a wedding cake because it's practically June. We used baker's mate powdered sugar in making our royal icing flowers. So, let's proceed. I have here a little figurine, bride and groom, and then I will have to prop this up with sugar flowers, we are giving our viewers ideas on how they can make a simple wedding cake, especially now that weddings are smaller because of the pandemic. You can either buy the sugar flowers or make the sugar flowers yourself. We will reserve that for a future video. There. And then we have some gold balls to add a touch of elegance. Bakit bilog ang karamihang wedding cake? When I did my research, it's because the round shape symbolizes never-ending love. And why is it that most wedding cakes are made of chocolate? Because chocolate is a popular flavor that actually makes you happy when you take a bite of a chocolate cake. It brings out a lot of happy feelings. There. So, let's decorate this further with more flowers. Instead of borders, we will decorate with some roses, we hope that we're giving our home bakers their ideas on how to come up with a simple wedding cake, or it can even be a cake for a wedding shower. There, we're almost done. At the end of the video, we will be flashing info where you can call or communicate with Piotraco to be able to purchase this wonderful Baker's Mate ingredients. We're trying to be playful with our cake. We don't want it too dressed up. So let me just add a little bit more of gold balls. There. So now it is dressed up. Now to complete the design, we will actually pipe out some leaves to make it more lifelike. in between the roses, we can type out some leaves. I'm using tip number 67. So this is our finished white out wedding cake. I hope that you learned something new from us today. So this is episode 8 of our YouTube channel called Dorothy's Private Kitchen. This is Dorothy Ferreria of Dorothy's Cooking School, and I hope that you enjoyed our episode today. Thank you to Pietraco for partnering with us in our YouTube episode today. We will be flashing at the end of the video where you can inquire about this wonderful Pietraco products called Baker's Meat. See you next week.